Hello everybody and welcome back to Starcraft 2. More specifically, how not to play it with Psionic Gaming. Now this is my Silver League promotion game, which is related to the video I posted yesterday of me getting silver. It's only about 40 seconds long, it's just a notification so everyone knows. Someone's messaging me, just never mind, we'll just leave it. Anyway, so small conversation at the start. Anyway, so we've got me in Zerg as blue as always, and we've got Banksy. There you go. We've got Banksy in the red. So sorry guys, I'm just looking at all the different. There you go. Just exploring different things. Anyway, so I win this game surprisingly. So we've got a basic setup here. I've got my drone going out to search. I've got my overlord coming over to see what's going on. Banksy has 2 supply depots being placed down because that's normal. Standard build there. Not really, but yeah. Pretty inefficient there. 2 supply depots. There's not really any point. That's kind of a waste of 2 drone probes, SCVs. That's the one. But yeah. So. Anyway, other than that, we've got a spawning pool. My spawning pool is coming out slightly earlier than his barracks, which is good for me. He still hasn't walled up yet. If I pushed with if that spawning pool had been a little earlier, say a 12 pool, 11 pool, or a 10 pool, I would have been in his base before he would have done anything. Really, that barrack should have been placed there, but oh well. So I've scanned his base, and now I'm stopping myself from doing the stupid mistake that I usually do. I'm moving my overlord back, because otherwise if he dies, I get supply clapped. Supply clapped. That was me clapping. I get supply capped, and I end up not being able to execute my build order at the right time. So I've got my Roach 1 coming down here at pretty much the exact timing I've got on my little notebook, because I need a notebook to work out my build orders. He's got his wall up finally, he's got another barracks, and he's got his orbital command. Tad bit late, but I think it's around the right time. So I've got my ramp secure, my queen is out, and first mistake of my game, I forget to do the immediate lava inject. If we scroll back a second and let it load. If we look at me, player camera, so I'm right here when I'm doing this. If we just go back a sec. Because I am here, I'm not sure what stopped me from doing the queen. I must have been paying attention to something else. Yes, but it comes a little late, so I don't get what's meant to happen is that inject lava is meant to come out about just the time as the warren is completed, so little failure there. Anyway, he's got factories, got some marines, I've got roaches coming out. If we look at the supply tab, he's beating me on income with that, but at the moment he's not doing much with it, and my starting force is getting out. Now really, to perfect this strategy, I need to find a strategy that allows me to get more drones out of the start, because with this tactic this is more of a rush tactic. I mean, I convert it quite well into higher plays, but I need a tactic that's more, how would I say, conservative, I guess, if I'm going to continue playing in the if I'm going to continue to be a good player in the Silver League tournaments. Silver League on the ladder, which I've just gone out to. Now at this point, I really should be building 6 drones. I'm building nothing here. Oh, never mind, I was building a hat trick. So he scans this here, sees my warren, which is kind of upsetting, but so he knows what I've got now. He knows that I've got roaches coming out. I couldn't push this wall here. 6 roaches aren't. Sorry guys, bit of you on there. 6 roaches aren't going to push that for me, so I've got I realised I haven't got much money here, and I've got a lot of lava, so I decided to skip the that inject to get my first creep tumor out. I realised I've supply blocked myself, as he's done as well, so those new lava aren't doing anything yet, and now they are. So I've got 5 drones coming out. I've got my second expansion. His expansion is still locked down by me, but if we look at the units tab, I'm behind on drones, so technically that he's not in as bad a situation as me. He's got more SCVs than I do drones, although 3 of those are on gas. He's got a little wall of supply depots there. So my force is very small at the moment. These 2 Zerglings just have a little scan of what he's got, and I realised that I'm not going to be able to push that with those roaches. So I decided to pull back. I've got my next queen coming out. I've got lair morphing, my second extractor. Got more troops and drones coming out. It's all good, it's all good. I instantly put some guys on the extractor. So my gas income is the same as the Terrans at this point, as Banksy. So he has his starport and his factory up for the classic Bronze League Terran drop, because all Bronze Leagues ever seem to do drops. That's like, if you're not a Terran if you don't do drops in Bronze League. But yeah, so I've got some more roaches coming out. My second queen is here. I get the injector on that nice and early. I've got my lair finishing morphing. I continue to spread the creep. He's just starting to research siege tech. This is very late. If I wasn't such a bad player, I probably could have killed him by now, but then again, that's why we're in Bronze League, not Platinum or Masters. Sense made, 10 out of 0. Anyway, so I've got my evolution chambers coming down, well, one of them, and he decides to scan my base, and he's losing out on a lot of money there, but at this point his force is pretty much the same as mine, so it doesn't really matter. So he's got some Hellions coming out. Okay. Didn't see that coming, but yes. Oh yeah, he has Hellions. So I've got my second evolution chamber coming up now. I've got the Hydralisk Den. I am researching the wrong upgrade, but oh well. I've got Burrow, of course. I'm spreading my creep, increasing my forces, and sooner or later this drop should be coming. He's supply boxed himself again. He's got his expansion coming down now, a bit late. If we look at the drone count, I'm still behind, but I am producing more. And now I've got spawn crawlers coming out, which are basically to stop a drop. So, stop it from dropping right on the back of my mineral line. They're not really to stop it. I mean, a determined assault could stop it, but they're pretty much to fend people off, because for what I've seen, Terran don't like losing their dropships. They tend to kind of flee. So I'm getting Hydralisks now, which are there to... I was going to put Hydralisks on this corner, as you can see by this guy who's going up there now, to stop anyone pushing. But of course, they've kind of got here a bit earlier than I expected, and that Hydralisk goes down quite quickly. His siege tank sieges up, and the battle commences. I get my roaches in there. That's the worst time to possibly siege ever. I mean, he does quite a lot of damage, but I see that siege tank and focus it down, and he doesn't actually kill. If we look at the units lost tab, he actually only kills 5 of my units there. 2 of those were earlier on as well, so he only kills 3 guys there. So he's up in the lead, but that was a costly drop. I of course am still droning up. I've got lots of roaches coming out to increase my force. I am now beating him on the drone count. His second expansion has just come out though, so he's got quite a large force. My force is bigger though, and I'm evolving tunneling claws, getting my Hydralisk Den back up, and getting the upgrades eventually. So he's just spent a lot of money. I mean, he had 700 cash a second ago, and now he's kind of building a ton of stuff. But I've got my upgrades coming along here now, and so is he. These are late. I didn't actually notice this in game. He didn't get these earlier, which surprises me because all Terran players get those. But I'm getting my first upgrades. I am just kind of building troops here. Really, I should be getting my third expansion now, but oh well, live and learn, I guess. I've got my creep tube coming out here, and this is going to spread creep here, and my force is moving out. Tunneling claws and the upgrades are soon to be finished. I'm getting some more hydralisks here. He's got siege tanks set up to kill anything that I try to attack with. Oh, sorry guys, there you on there. I'm a bit tired. So I'd like to say, just a bit off topic, guys. I am going to be doing quite a lot of work, school-wise, because school's starting tomorrow. So I won't be doing as many videos, which I apologise for. But back to the game. Roaches, scary tunneling roaches. Just as he decides to get into his dropships, which is kind of perfect timing for me. Yeah, so he's got his second expansion up and running. If we look at the unit count, he's overdrove now. But it doesn't really matter because he just kind of popped in his face there. I'm not really paying attention. Look, I'm over here sorting out my upgrades. I noticed it's attacking, so I decided to burrow down, get everyone out of there. He does a scan, but it's far too late, I'm leaving. He manages to kill that one roach, but the rest of them get away. So he decides, right, counterattack, rush, let's go. Although he's gonna have a lot of trouble dropping. Never mind. I noticed that I'm floating a lot of minerals, so is he. Really needs to be used to some of those. But I've noticed I'm floating a lot of minerals, so I've got my hatchery up. I believe I start getting this in like a few seconds. But I've got my missile attacks, my roaches coming back to base. I've still got my spore crawlers. There you go, Gaia reconstruction. I realise that these guys are moving back really slowly. There are his dropships, there's 6 of them. He's got quite a large force. If we look at the unit count, his force, if he places these right, he could win this. But he almost gets one of those medevacs taken down, which isn't clever. He drops into the back of my base. My infantry count starts going down, but his dropships are falling, and the dropships are what are keeping him alive at the moment. Comes up into the dropships to try and stop me. I take down another one of those, and losing those dropships is really hurting him. He tries to drop the other base, realises, well, thinks he's lost and decides to quit the game. I personally didn't think he's lost. He was floating 2,000 minerals. Yes, my army have beaten his, but he could have easily. I mean, he's got 3 barracks, a starport, a factory. He's on 2 base, expanding to 3 base. Both of those old commands have enough energy to drop 6 mules altogether-ish. I mean, he could remake an army very quickly there. He is remaking an army. What he hasn't got is upgrades. That's kind of his downplay, because if we look at him, I've got my upgrades. If we look at production, I've got 3 upgrades. I've got my infestation pit, my new hatchery. The only thing I didn't do here is expand again, which I really should have done. I mean, all 3 of these expansions are very relatively easy to hold off, which is a nice thing about this map. But yes, so this has been Silent Gaming. You have been watching how not to play Starcraft 2, and I will see you next time, guys.